Welcome. Have you ever felt compelled to buy something or been glued to your phone without really knowing why? Today we're diving deep into the hidden forces that shape our choices. We are constantly bombarded by subtle psychological triggers designed to influence our behavior. These tricks operate beneath the surface of our conscious thought, effectively controlling our minds without us ever realizing it. Every day, from the price we pay to the media we consume, external factors are subtly guiding our decisions. The question isn't if you're being influenced, but how and by what. We've compiled 10 of the most powerful psychological tricks that are used right now in marketing, social media, and everyday interactions. Let's uncover them together. First up is the anchoring effect. This is a cognitive bias where we rely too heavily on the first piece of information offered the anchor when making decisions. That initial, often inflated, number sets the reference point. Subsequent lower prices then seem much more appealing or reasonable in comparison, even if they're still expensive. Think about seeing a product priced at $500, marked down to $250. The $500 anchor makes $250 feel like a steal, regardless of the item's true value. Trick number 2 is the dopamine loop, the chemical reward cycle fueling much of our digital obsession. Dopamine is released when we anticipate a reward. Social media platforms are expertly engineered to leverage this. They provide intermittent, unpredictable rewards. A new like, a comment, a notification, which keeps us coming back for that next dopamine hit. The endless scroll feature and constant, unpredictable notifications are prime examples, creating an addictive feedback loop that makes it incredibly hard to put your phone down. Number 3 is the fear of missing out, or FOMO. This powerful psychological trigger capitalizes on our innate human desire to be included and to avoid regret. FOMO generates anxiety that drives impulsive and often unnecessary decisions, simply because we fear the possibility of missing a potential opportunity or experience. This is why limited time offers, flash sales, and heavily promoted events generate so much hype and participation. The thought of losing access to something valuable forces a quick decision. Next, we have color psychology. Colors are far from arbitrary. They evoke powerful, subconscious, emotional, and psychological responses that brands exploit to influence how we perceive them and make decisions. For instance, blue is often used to convey trust and reliability, while red often signals urgency, excitement, or danger. These visual cues bypass rational thought. Think about fast food chains using red and yellow to stimulate hunger, or banks using calm, cool blues. These choices are carefully calculated to control your mental state and spending habits. Our 5th trick is the scarcity trick. We inherently assign more value to things that are rare or limited in quantity. This taps into our fear of loss and triggers immediate action. When we believe an item is scarce, our desire for it increases dramatically. The perceived competition or the thought of missing out creates intense pressure to purchase right away. Phrases like limited stock available or this offer ends in 24 hours are classic scarcity tactics. They hijack our rational thinking and force a rapid, often emotional purchase. We've covered 5 major tricks, but there are 5 more essential techniques used daily to sway your mind. Let's quickly review the remaining triggers. Tricks 6 through 10 include reciprocity, where we feel obligated to return a favor, authority, trusting those in perceived power, and social proof, doing what others are doing. Finally, we have the framing effect, where the way information is presented dictates our choice. And loss aversion, the tendency to avoid a loss, is twice as powerful as the desire to gain.